Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chisom Izuma if you're seeing my face for the first time, and today I'm doing an unusual kind of video. This video will really be short because I just want to go straight to the point. Okay, this video is not for entertainment purposes. This video is not clickbait. This video is to educate you guys on something I found out and I feel is worth sharing. So let's just get right onto this video. So for those people who follow me on WhatsApp, the day after I noticed what I'm about to share with you about Teletubbies, I uploaded it on my WhatsApp status that I found out something about Teletubbies and I feel it's worth sharing for Christians, for people who value what their children take in, okay? And over the course of the week, I've been unable to update people on this. Even if several persons have been asking me, okay, what's it about, I was just unable to do it. So I decided to sit down and do a full video about this and update and upload for whoever cares to listen, whoever cares to take this seriously, okay? I understand that being the mom of a toddler myself, children, taking care of children, you know, keeping your eye on them sometimes can be really overwhelming. And that's the reason why we celebrate cartoons, you know. Most children love cartoons because of the colors, because of the sounds and everything. And so while they are doing it, you have a little moment to breathe or to do one or two things. But I'd just like to say, before your children watch anything, before you allow your children consume anything, please make sure you go through it. Please make sure you go through it. Please make sure you go through it. I really cannot overemphasize this. Just a few days ago, William Zuchemba, a popular Nigerian actor, put up something about the new Superman who is bisexual. I don't even want to go into all those ones. And he said something really profound. He said, children hear with their eyes. Really, we should be careful of what our kids watch, okay? Now, let me just get right onto what happened. I watched Teletubbies as a child. My siblings and I, by the time we watched Teletubbies, we were quite grown up. But we enjoyed it because, of course, I think we were about teenagers or under teenagers then. So it was something we loved watching with our younger ones. So Teletubbies is like a household name in most homes, not just Nigerian homes, okay? And so even if I don't play for my child, I play a lot of Coco Melon and Lulu Kids and all the really popular ones now for her. But I didn't see anything wrong with it when my sister started to play it. And on this particular day, when in church, she was playing it, and according to her, she noticed something. So when we got back, she was like, she just noticed something about Teletubbies, and I'm like, what? She said, okay, she was going to show me. So I asked her to show me, and she played it. And I found out, because my sister makes a lot of weird claims sometimes, so I had to watch it myself, and I found out it was no weird claim. It was the truth. It is the truth. I was so horrified when I noticed this that I remember I laid hands on my baby. I was speaking in tongues over her. I was praying over her. I kept declaring that I would not have any negative influence from even seeing this at all. You know, I was cooking, and then I was praying over her. I stopped cooking and I started praying over her. Then I walked with her into the sitting room and I kept praying over her. I think my husband now noticed I was praying out of worry. And my husband is like, sweet, chill, okay? There is a reason why we pray over these children every time, in the morning, through the day, like even in our own prayer time. We declare their spirit influenced by the Spirit of God. We declare their spirit influenced by heavy charges. According to Lawrence Oyo, we declare their spirit influenced by charges from the throne room, because definitely these things will occur. Definitely they will come across these things, but the superior being lives in them, and greater is he that is in them than he that is in the world, you know. And he just lifted up my spirit by saying all the right words that are actually the truth, and I was relaxed. So what did I notice? If you watch Teletubbies, you realize there are 4 characters there: the purple one, the red one, the yellow one, and the green one. And then there is a sun that happens to be the face of a baby, okay? So at some point while watching Teletubbies, you notice the sun setting. So while that sun is setting, you notice the baby smiling, after a while the baby frowns his face, and then the sun keeps receding. Okay, if you watch that thing right before the sun disappears from the sky, that golden sun, the face of that baby changes into a weird monster. I'm not joking. I don't know if it's against YouTube policies to play a bit of it here, but if you have it on your phone, check Teletubbies, check anywhere you can find it. Watch carefully as the face of that sun is receding. It changes into the face of a monster. It cannot be a mistake, because people who make cartoons for children consumption are really careful. You notice they use a lot of bright colors, they use a lot of fun, interesting images. I was even making a case that I don't like the idea of presenting wild animals in cartoons as friendly, because children begin to feel like it's okay to play with snakes. Like in Nigeria, a snake would just, once in a while, you just see some of these reptiles walk into the house, and then these babies, because majority of what they watch projects these animals as friends and friendly, they feel like, oh, it's cool to play with these animals, and they don't know they are going to get hurt. That's one thing I was actually talking of. And so the face of a baby changing into the face of a monster really briefly just before it disappears cannot be a mistake, cannot be a switch of colors, cannot be something that just happened. It's something that is purposeful. It's something that was put there for a purpose. What purpose, I don't know. But when I saw this, I had to start researching, like, because my siblings and I, growing up, were really curious kids. How come we never noticed this? I mean, we literally never noticed this. So I started to browse, I started to Google to find out if perhaps I was just hallucinating. And apparently there are a lot of conspiracy theories about Teletubbies online. I'm not even going to joke. The one about the face of the sun changing into a monster is an old story. I didn't even know, if not that I saw it that day. It's an old story. A lot of parents talk of how it freaks them. Some parents talk of how that thing, I can't remember what it's called, but that's what mops the house or keeps the house clean or something. How that thing always tells the children what to do, when to do it, and how that is a mind controlling. Some people talked of how they watched Teletubbies and had nightmares after. Some people talked of how they are, I think I went through one particular video and I was looking at the comment section, and one of them said his cousin was invited to something that has to do with Teletubbies and has not remained the same ever since. And I was horrified, honestly. Of course, I listen to everything I show my children, but this one is just something that I know it was God that caused us to like come upon that, because I mean, what they say, the message they pass, there is nothing that is against my belief as a person. There's nothing that looks outrightly harmful. And then to discover that, okay, why is the face of the sun changing to a monster? For those of you who watch it and say, oh, she's making much ado about nothing, why is the face of the sun changing into a monster? When the children become fascinated by seeing monstrous faces, really, when the children, especially babies, become fascinated by seeing a sun change into such an ugly monster, I know it is something spiritual. I don't take things like that, like I don't take them for jokes. Okay, I remember one time my cousins were about watching a particular cartoon, like my sister told me. This cartoon, if I remember the name, I'll put it here. It's about sausages and stuff. A point where this sausage was saying, I am ovulating, so I cannot sleep with this person. And this one was like, yes, I had to get contraceptives. And she was like, is this what was meant for kids' consumptions? Like, do you guys get? I'm still so horrified. So please, I'd like you to share this with as many people as you can. To the physical eyes, it may just look like, oh, the sun changed into a monster, and so what? And really, and so what? You don't know what lies behind that word. Okay, so I just like to say, adding to this, kindly watch what your children consume. Okay, make sure, especially with this advent of sexuality and all whatnot, it's no longer news that they said the new Superman is now bisexual. If that does not agree with your belief and your everything you stand for as a person, I think you really should be careful, because these people are subtly trying to project things into the faces and into the lives of these children, so that as they grow, they begin to see abnormality as normal. Okay, so we really should be careful. And on that note, I'd also like to say, not every animation is for children. It's most times we feel like, oh, it's animated, it's for kids. No, they're actually adults like me who enjoy watching animated movies. So I think some of these animated movies may actually be 18 rated or X-rated, or you don't know. There are a lot of weird things. So please, before you allow your child go for that sleepover, before you allow your child watch that thing with his or her friend, before you play that thing and your child is watching and is entertained and you are doing something else, you know, that time that affords you that distraction to do one or two things, kindly go through it. And please, on this note, I just like to say, be very prayerful over your children. Every morning, soak them in the blood of Jesus. Every morning, pray over them. Declare that the evil in the world will not influence their mind negatively. Declare that they are taught of Christ. Be intentional about praying with and praying for your children, and I know the devil will never take us unawares. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you picked one or two things. I'm sorry if your childhood is being ruined, but the truth must be told. Kindly like this video, share it to as many people as you can, share it to every parent. Literally share it to every parent you know. Everybody needs to see this, needs to understand this. And just in case you feel this is a lie, play it again and calmly watch what happens to the face of that son as he recedes. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.